Hello, excuse the mess, excuse the very big mess and all the various things lying about. Just a lightning quick video. Just want to show you another way you can power up. Sorry, I got a text there. Just want to show you another way you can very quickly power up these JPM IMPACT boards to test them. Now you can power them up with a PC power supply, but you have to give them a little help. They have a few error traps on them. There's that little comparator over in the corner there, and what that does is it monitors the 12 and 24 volt lines coming in for the power supply. Now I thought at first, the first time I tried this, I could bypass that. Turns out I can't. I've been working on another one of another badly damaged CPU card. This one's actually heading out to someone shortly. It had a whole load of broken traces. You can see there's a whole lot of other mess going on. I had to replace the CPU socket. These are actually in perfect condition, which is absolutely bizarre. I think they were changed out before because the rest of the board was trashed. I had to replace two of the RAM sockets, and you can see in the back there I had to patch a couple of traces. Now, a word about traces. Make sure if you're ever doing these boards you print out something like that. You can get the images for the pinouts off the internet and then you just paste them together on a paint package or whatever. JPM done something similar to what Belfry have done, I've found out. They scrambled their address lines. Because I spent all night last night patching traces up on this, and all I was getting was the status light there was jamming on. And it turns out, comparing it to other cards, ignore this one, this is another really trashed up one. Don't have much hope for this one, that whole power trace is gone there. Turns out when I compared the traces on this one to my one, I was completely wrong in the way I'd patched them up. The address lines are scrambled. A4, for example, doesn't appear on pin 6. On here, I think it appears on what? Pin 5 or pin 7. But I'll explain it better another time, and I'm in a bit of a hurry now, but be very careful when you're buzzing out the address lines on this because they don't match up pin for pin. Like I say, they're like one across or one back. Anyway, back to what I'm doing. When you power it up with PC power supply, you can get 12 volt, minus 12 volt, 5 volt and ground. Easy enough. Any power supply will supply that. See, I've got that up there. One of my everything power supplies there. It's getting a bit out of hand. I've got PC power supplies modified and butchered all over the place these days. But they come in handy. They're only scrap otherwise. There's no computers to put in them. What you can't get those are 24 volt. Now if you've got a Belfry power supply, one of the stadium ones from the Scorpion 4, just make yourself a limit to connect to that. Connect 5, 12, 24 and ground to the relevant places. Doesn't matter whether it's MEC or coin acceptor or logic power, whatever, just connect all the 12s to 12, all the 5s to 5, minus 12 to minus 12 and 24 to 24, you'll be fine. If you don't, all you need is a power supply that can throw out 15 volts and more. I've got a laptop power supply here, just sort of, it's really healthy and safe, isn't it? Healthy and safe, you'll have a bloody nightmare. Don't try it at home like I'm doing. Ignore the angry wife here putting dishes away. I'm meant to be doing the dishes and then I'm doing this. Terrible, I know. But anyway, this throws out about 19 volts, and what I've done is I've connected this to the real supply because that's just enough to throw that comparator in there into allowing it to boot. And reset light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect reset. Now if you connected the lamps and meters and everything up to this, it would alarm for no percent key. But it's working. I can't use this board on a machine because that reel socket is melted there. I don't know how that happened. It's maybe been in the machine with a bad reel station or something. But I do have another working board there which I've tested. And these work now, which I've tested, so these are heading off to live a new life in another machine. And then I've got some more of these bloody things to do with my test board. Lovely. I'm also going to burn myself some 603s and 616s because I've got 20 PAL CE things and I've got a programmer up the stairs that can do them. Alright, bye for now.